everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Adam, this is Vancity Audi, and we have one of my favorite cars behind me. We've had a lot of fun with this one so far. 8 months ago, actually, it was on the channel. We tested what it made stock versus Unitronic Stage 1 plus 93 octane software. We made over 700 freaking wheel horsepower using their dyno jet calibration on this Mustang dyno. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a comparison before and after what the car makes right now using an E-Venturi air intake and E-Venturi turbo inlets. Then we're going to swap it over to the brand new, well maybe not brand new anymore, but fairly new Unitronic air intake system and their turbo inlets. We're going to see if we make any additional power. We know that they look different, we know that they function a little different, but Unitronic claims to have an increased airflow rate percentage versus what the competition offers. So today we're going to find out if that stands true or not. The car is still using that exact same Unitronic Stage 1 plus 93 octane tune, so we'll get you our baseline numbers. Now in addition to the intake and the turbo inlets, it's also using Red Star catted downpipes. This thing sounds awesome. Now although it has upgraded downpipes, they are catted and it's still running a Stage 1 file. It is not a Stage 2 car yet because he does not have upgraded cooling. That's still to come. So for now, let's get you the baseline numbers. Here are the results of our first set of runs using the E-Venturi intake. We managed 702 wheel horsepower and 704 foot-pounds of torque. This thing is such a freaking monster, running consistent 10/8 in the quarter mile with this exact setup. Now we're gonna get that Unitronic intake installed and see what we can do with that one. So we've now removed the E-Venturi turbo inlets as well as their air intake system. This is what it looks like in its entirety. This is what's going on. Unitronic's air intake and turbo inlets. Their turbo inlets already look 1,000 times better than the E-Venturi pieces. As for the design, what we can see is this looks like it's a lot higher than the E-Venturi, so a lot more volume of air should be able to go in there. Besides that, kind of hard to get too different from one another in terms of design. There's only so much you can do with that space. Now we're going to install it and see what kind of power we can get out of it. There we have it, the Unitronic air intake all installed and ready to go. Looks amazing. We've already put the engine cover on, but the turbo inlets are tucked in behind there. Now that we have them installed, it's time to see whether Unitronic's claims are actually true and see if this flows better and makes more power. Here are the results now that we put the Unitronic intake through its paces. We managed 12 more wheel horsepower and 10 more foot-pounds of torque, all the way up to 714 of both. What can we see besides just making a bit more peak? You can see kind of in the mid-range it's making a bit more, as well as the torque down low and the horsepower down low. So there were gains throughout and managed 12 more wheel horsepower and 10 more foot-pounds of torque. Well, that's a wrap here at Racing Greed. Thank you so much to the guys for the invite. I absolutely love their RS6 shop car. It is a freaking beast. You may have noticed that while I was showing you guys the graph and those dyno numbers, that I referenced the fact that he's done 10/8 in the quarter mile. If you haven't seen that video, I highly suggest you check it out. I will put the link in the description below where he joined me at the Titanium Strip Mission Raceway Park and he ripped off a ton of 10/8s at 131 and 132 miles per hour. Incredible incredible performance out of like a 5,000 pound station wagon. Just nuts. Now that he has that Unitronic intake and turbo inlets installed and he's making a bit more horsepower and torque, can he hit the 10.7s? Can he do 133 miles per hour? Who the hell knows? Hopefully I get another invite next time they're out and we'll see if we can get that car going even faster. So stay tuned to the channel for more. They have told me that they're gonna do even more upgrades to that car in hopes of, who knows, one day making some massive, massive power with possibly a turbo upgrade, a turbo or two, considering it's twin turboed. Stay tuned for more, guys, and I hope to be able to bring you guys that content. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care.